All right, we are into another video, and I want to share something that I consistently get asked about, and it is about the social media algorithms. So, I'm going to share 8 points for you to remember when it comes to posting your content, and that goes with any social media platform. Just some things for you to make sure that you remember and that you consider when you're putting your content together. Because as we know, we don't have any stake in what these social media platforms decide to do, how often they decide to change their algorithm, and it can change multiple times within a month or a couple of times a year. We don't have any control over it, but what we do have control over is the content that we put out and the times that we put it out. So if you don't know me and this is your first time tuning in, thank you for catching this video. My name is Shakita Lee. I am the owner of SL Media Consulting. I have been running my consulting agency since 2015, and I help entrepreneurs, small business owners with their social media presence. So let's get into some information about algorithms that can help you. This should make you think about what you're posting when you're posting and things of that sort, right? So, prioritizing your content, right? So the algorithm doesn't hate you, it just doesn't know you yet. And one of the things that you need to do when it comes to putting your content out there is to know that the social media platforms aren't punishing you, they're prioritizing the content that gets engagement, likes, comments, shares. So if your post isn't getting any of that, the algorithm will assume that your content is not worth being shared. So, one of the things that you want to make sure is that you have good quality videos, or that your pictures, graphics, or what have you are of great quality. The next would obviously be the content that you're sharing. And the goal is to make sure that you're getting some sort of engagement, whether it be likes, comments, shares. It's great, right? But we want to get that engagement so that the algorithm will pick it up and share it with everyone else. All right. Um, Not all engagement is equal. This is true. A save or a share is worth more than a like. A save or a share is worth more than a like, because it's telling the algorithm that this save or this share is something that people are going to come back to if they've saved it, or if they share it, they found tremendous value and they will be sharing it with someone that they love, right? Or someone that they like, someone that they know that the information will be helpful. And comments are even better if they're real and thoughtful. Quick emoji replies won't cut it anymore when it comes to the way the algorithms are working right now. They want to see a share, a save, or a thoughtful comment. And I honestly believe that this thoughtful comment has helped with the algorithm for a while now. That's why they always say you want to leave more than one word comment. You want to at least have a sentence, but a thoughtful sentence, so that something that you posted on someone's content will get liked by other people that are coming on to leave a comment, right? And that will help the video, as well as them check you out to say, well, who is that? That was right on point. I agree with you tremendously. So you want to make sure that the engagement that you're doing on the post or the video is getting some good engagement. Okay. Consistency is super duper 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 duper, that's the word, is important. I've always said that consistency does not mean that you have to post multiple times a day, multiple times a week, but stick with what you're going to stick with the number of days or the number of times that you're going to put out content, because your audience will always see your content. But if they miss you because you stop posting for a week or two, then they're not going to see your content, because the algorithm is going to assume that your content is not for that person anymore. So make sure that you are sharing your content, and you're consistently sharing your content, um, Stick to the schedule. Okay. Your first hour is critical. Yes. And that means paying attention to your insight to see when your audience is commenting, liking, sharing, or saving your post, your videos. There are apps that will give you insights for free as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. You get all of those insights for free. It's just really paying attention to when your audience is liking your content. There are scheduling apps that will give you time based on the activity for the previous week or two that they would suggest that you post your content. So make sure, if at all possible, that you try to stick with what is suggested, which things change. Obviously, some people aren't really that active on Saturday and Sunday because they're out and about. And of course, as the weather changes, people are going to be out and about more. So what used to work for you may not work now, right? So the algorithms often test your posts with a small amount, with a small audience when it comes to going um, active on your platform, meaning when it's posted. Okay. If that group engages within the content very quickly, your reach expands. If your post is not getting any type of engagement, your post will get buried. Perfect example, I was on Instagram and I was up there probably for about an hour. So I saw everything for the last week um, that I didn't see. And when I logged out for or got out of it for a quick minute and came back into it because I went to another platform, I came back to it. The post that I saw was for the 14th, which was last week. So, or earlier this week. So the thing is that post, when I looked at it, that post only got one like. So that's why I didn't see it until later. So all of that makes a difference of when you're posting. So be critical, pay attention to your schedulers and the best time for you to schedule. If you're doing any type of video or reel, obviously watch time is huge and significant because even with these um, short reels that you have, sometimes people really, if they click on it or if it scrolls down their timeline and they're like, okay, and they roll past it and then comes back to it and then watches it fully, that time makes a difference with how the algorithm is viewing that post for you. So on video, first platforms like Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube, watch time is king, right? If people watch your video all the way through, or even better, rewatch it, it signals to the algorithm to push it further. Okay. So you want to make sure that if you are doing like a reel, and it's a short reel, that you are putting the information in there, but making sure that possibly your information can get them to watch the full thing through to the end, because it really helps the algorithm. There's some videos that I'll see on TikTok, and it'll say at the bottom, watch till the end. And you watch till the end, and you're like, okay. And it be like they done pulled the okey doke because ain't nothing happened. It's like watch the second video. But you've watched the whole video looking to the end. But sometimes what people do also is fast forward through the video to see to the end to see, like, okay, is there something that's gonna happen? And if so, they may go back and rewatch it. But if not, it's like, but the algorithm has already clocked them because they said, boom, that person watched to the end. So we're gonna push this video out more. So that watch time is king. Okay, so you want to remember that your content is being ranked constantly. It is being ranked constantly. If you are putting out content, it's always going to be ranked. The key is if people are taking the time to look at your content. Okay, every time you open your feed, your platform is ranking content based on what it thinks you'll interact with. That means you're competing with friends, brands, and viral trends for attention. So again, make sure that your content is what people want to see and not what you think they want to see, right? So if something doesn't do so well and that content does not get any sort of engagement, reuse the content at a different time. Maybe change the content format. Maybe it was a picture. Maybe you want to do a video. Maybe it was a picture, but you want to do a carousel because you want to expand on more how you got to that point of whatever picture or graphic that you created. So you want to make sure that you are making sure that your content is definitely being viewed. Okay. Paid content equals boosted content, but organic still matters. A lot of people are noticing that now, especially when it comes to doing ads on Facebook. Sometimes ads on Facebook aren't doing that well. Um, and sometimes they're not being pushed out or so not being pushed out to the point of where they're saying, if you do this paid ad or this paid boosted, it will reach this audience. But the reach is what you want, but you also want to get the people to comment, share, and save it. So organic reach might still be the key for most people. So paying for ads can boost your reach, but your organic growth and your organic content is if your organic content is bad, your ads won't perform either. So the algorithm still wants value no matter what, right? You could have been then wasted your money if you pay for an ad if it's not what people want to see. So organic might still be it. And there was a point in time that if your post was doing very well, you would get notifications saying this post is doing very well. If you boost it, if you pay to get it boosted, you'll get, this audience, more of an audience to view your content. That's still happening, but you'll have to decide if that's something that you want to do or if you want to keep pushing it yourself. Okay. And finally, the algorithm is always changing. It's always changing. What worked 6 months ago might not work now. Platforms consistently tweak their algorithm. So make sure that you are always reviewing your insights and seeing what content got the most engagement, likes, and shares and comments, and do more of that content if you can. But stay on top of your content and make sure you're staying consistent. So those are 8 things that I shared as far as the algorithm is concerned. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are there some things that you're thinking about that you may look to change? Let me know in comments below. And if you are not a subscriber, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon.